Michael E. Knight's return as Martin Gray has quietly become one of the most layered and intriguing developments on General Hospital in recent episodes. Martin may not always be front and center, but whenever he appears, he brings complications, secrets, and an unmistakable sense that something is about to unravel. His presence has added a sharp legal edge to the ongoing Quartermaine and Port Charles power struggles, and his recent actions suggest that Martin is once again playing a dangerous long game. Martin has been operating in murky territory, blurring the line between clever legal maneuvering and outright manipulation. While he often presents himself as awkward, folksy, and harmless, recent episodes have peeled back that facade and reminded viewers that Martin Gray is far more calculating than he lets on. His involvement in Quartermaine-related legal matters has reignited old tensions, particularly with Tracy Quartermaine, and their scenes together have been charged with both hostility and an oddly compelling chemistry. The fallout from Martin's questionable legal tactics continues to ripple outward. His attempt to stay one step ahead of Tracy has proven far more difficult than he anticipated, and recent confrontations have left Martin visibly rattled. For perhaps the first time in a while, Martin appears to be realizing that he underestimated just how relentless and perceptive Tracy can be. What began as a strategic chess match is now turning into a personal battle of wills, with Martin struggling to maintain control of the situation. Despite his setbacks, Martin refuses to back down easily. He continues to position himself as a man wronged, insisting that he is merely trying to protect his interests in a town that thrives on betrayal. Yet his choices suggest otherwise, whether it's quietly nudging events behind the scenes or inserting himself into situations that don't quite add up. Martin keeps proving that he is deeply entangled in Port Charles's legal and moral gray areas. What makes Michael E. Knight's performance stand out is how effortlessly he balances Martin's vulnerability with his scheming nature. In recent episodes, Martin has shown flashes of genuine frustration and loneliness, particularly when his plans start to crumble. These moments humanize him just enough to make viewers question whether he's a misunderstood survivor or a con artist who finally pushed his luck too far. There's also growing speculation within the story that Martin's future in Port Charles is far from secure. His recent missteps may have painted him into a corner, and several characters are beginning to view him with increasing suspicion. Allies are scarce, trust is thin, and Martin's habit of skating too close to the edge could soon result in serious consequences. Legal exposure, social isolation, or even forced departure from town are all possibilities looming on the horizon. At the same time, Martin's dynamic with Tracy remains one of the most unpredictable elements of his storyline. Their verbal sparring has evolved beyond simple animosity, hinting at unresolved tension that could either explode into outright war or twist into something far more complicated. Whether that tension leads to mutual destruction or an unexpected alliance remains to be seen, but it's clear that neither character is done with the other. As General Hospital continues to juggle mob drama, family chaos, and psychological intrigue, Martin Gray stands out as a reminder that words, contracts, and legal loopholes can be just as dangerous as guns and secrets. Michael E. Knight's recent episodes have reinforced Martin's role as a wild card, someone who can shift the balance of power without ever raising his voice. For now, Martin remains in Port Charles, bruised but not defeated. However, every move he makes seems to tighten the net around him. Whether he manages to slip free once again or finally pays the price for his schemes is a question that hangs heavily over his storyline. One thing is certain, Martin Gray's story is far from over, and the consequences of his actions are only just beginning to surface.